This lady has been sentenced to death. Her name is Margret, and she was sentenced to death for trafficking cocaine. 2 kgs of cocaine, actually over 2 kgs of cocaine, which is too much cocaine. I know some of you are going to ask, okay, how much is too much cocaine? Any cocaine is too much cocaine because this is a contraband, this is a hard drug, this is a hard narcotic that should never be found on your person. Now, Margret Nduta, she's Kenyan, she's 37 years old, and she insists she's innocent. She says she's been framed. Welcome to Winning Mind, the program. My name is JFK. Let us see how we can analyze and how we can talk about this very, very sad and heartbreaking story. Now, if this lady says that she's been framed, there's a possibility that is true. And if she was framed, I want us to see how it can happen so that you can also see the kind of precautions you should take, because the same thing can happen to you. Now, framing someone or tricking someone into carrying narcotics, it happens in several ways. Way number one is when you are too decent, too respectful, and someone approaches you at the airport and say, please, look, I've exceeded the luggage I was supposed to carry. The kgs are too much for me. Can you please carry this small bag for me because you're going in the same direction? Now, under no circumstance should you carry anybody's bag at the airport, especially if it's a stranger. Now, it can happen because, sometimes we young people from Africa, we are very decent and we're very respectful. So never carry somebody's bag either out of pity, out of respect, or even if this person is offering you money, because sometimes people can approach you and say, look, man, just carry for me this extra bag because I have exceeded my weight limit. Carry for me this small bag and I'm going to give you $100. Now, you may carry $100, but by the time you go through the scanner, you end up in handcuffs. It's not worth it. So never carry anybody's bag at the airport. Now, sometimes also when you're traveling, you are from your village in Africa, you are going to Qatar, you are going to Dubai, you are going to USA, you are going to UK, and then you are approached by some people, friends or relatives, people really, they're like, oh my God, he didn't know. So you are traveling to USA. Please, can you carry this for my son? Please, can you carry this for my friend? Go and drop this for me. Now, when that happens, I'm not saying that you should refuse, but when you decide to carry something for someone, ensure that you have opened that bag, ensure that you have ascertained the contents of that bag. Just turn that bag upside down and make sure that when they pack it, you are there to make sure nothing abnormal, nothing untoward, nothing sinister has been put in that bag. Because the moment something is found in that bag, you are the one who's going to hang. So desist from carrying people's bag. In fact, as a matter of policy, when you're traveling, carry your own bag. But okay, you can say, okay, fine, I have not carried anybody's bag, I'm only carrying my own luggage. But people can frame you using your own luggage as well. And this is how it happens. You are at the airport, you're carrying a lot of bags, and then you have to go to the toilet, or probably you want to rush to get coffee or go to change some dollars or some euros. And then now you ask a person to watch over your bags. Big mistake. If your bags are not very well wrapped, what's going to happen is that you might find someone opens one of your bags and then they drop something inside, and then when you go through the scanners, they say this person is carrying a bomb, this person is carrying a knife, this person is carrying 10 kgs of cocaine, this person is carrying a whole farm of weed. So you should never ever trust anyone at the airport. As a matter of principle, to be on the safe side, do not trust anybody at the airport. In fact, speaking at the airport, you have to be very, very careful who you befriend at the airport. Don't give your bags away to anybody. Do not allow anybody to give their bags to you. But also, even when you befriend someone comes to you, you are sitting in the lobby, they're like, oh my God, you're traveling, you're a student. Okay, I'm going in the same direction. Please, let's go together. Now, when that person is apprehended because of carrying some illegal substances, guess who's going to be an accomplice? Even if you are not caught yourself, but they will take you in for questioning. And once in international traveling, once you're taken in for questioning, of course, you earn a reputation. You earn a gangster index, your gangster index is going to be increasing slowly. They will be like, oh, she was apprehended in Amsterdam. She was questioned over drug trafficking. She was exonerated. It was found out that it was another person, but she was questioned. So you do not need that kind of reputation. So when you befriend people, or when people befriend you, I know when you are traveling, of course, you want to interact with people. You want to create friends. You want to increase your connections and expand your network. But as you expand your network, just make sure that you are very, very discerning not to expand your network all the way to El Chapo and Pablo Escobar. So now, assuming what they're saying about Margret Nduta is correct, so assuming that she's guilty, assuming that she was actually trafficking these narcotics, why would someone do something like that? Because I mean, it's not the first time someone has been caught. It's not the first time someone has been sentenced to die in a Chinese prison. Chinese countries are so notorious in hanging people who are caught with narcotics, and I'm sure someone like Margret knew that. So why would someone do something like that? Okay, briefly, let me tell you some of the reasons. And the problem is that we human beings, we are very quick to judge people. We are very quick to judge and say, how can she do that? She should have known better. This is very dangerous. She's so stupid. How can she be carrying narcotics? It is very easy for you to sit in your sitting room when things are okay, and then you judge people who end up in trouble. But let me tell you, number one, there's so much frustration out there. There's so much frustration and hopelessness among the young people in Africa. If you're not in Africa, or you are in Africa but your life is okay, you are very good, jolly, everything is working for you, I want you to understand the majority of African youth are going through a lot of frustration, a lot of hopelessness. There are people who have graduated from school with engineering degrees, law degrees, medicine degrees. We've seen this in South Africa. But these people cannot find a job. There's no employment whatsoever. And people are forced to go hawking on the streets. People are forced to go doing construction works. People are forced to do menial, very humiliating labor when they are qualified. Now, when you have an opportunity, if you have an opportunity to make a couple of $1 million, whether it's through drug trafficking, let me tell you, you are going to be persuaded. You are going to be tempted. No matter who you are, you're going to be tempted. So I believe if what they're saying about Margret is true, probably she's been tempted because of frustration or because of other things. And another thing maybe you can talk about now, this is not frustration. There are these young people, okay, not only young people, actually most of old people, this happens in all ages. But greed is a problem. Greed. You find someone who wants money and money and money, and they don't care how much they get money, but they just want more and more and more. So now, trafficking drugs or dealing drugs is one of the ways that someone can make a lot of cash very quickly. So that greed, when that greed has taken root in somebody's life, they don't see a problem. They don't see why they cannot traffic drugs, and that's another thing. But he's a bigger one actually. He's the one that I think is contributing to this thing in most cases. Something called the coveting. Now, coveting is something I read in the Bible, that thou shalt not covet your neighbor's property. So coveting is when you admire, but you envy what someone has. So you have a neighbor who's driving a Range Rover, or you have a friend who's living in a mansion, or you have someone who has something that you really want for yourself. Now, because of coveting, you just need it by all means. And they don't see a problem doing whatever you want to do, or whatever you can do, or however you want to do it to get this money so that you can be at par with this person you are coveting. So this is also another problem that leads to people doing this kind of stuff, putting their lives in danger. But also, I will not fail to mention social media pressure. I mean, being on social media has put so many young people under pressure. You are a young man in your 20s, you have finished school, but you see all your friends, your classmates, the people you are in school with, they are making it. Most of them are splashing money in Dubai. Most of them are going, are taking holidays to Bahamas and Cape Town, in Hawaii. And you ask yourself, how do they do it? How are they getting money? So the next time an opportunity presents itself for you to make money quickly, you just jump on the bandwagon because of that social media pressure. Let me tell you, my friend, love your life the way it is, because the people who are splashing money, the people who are rolling and balling in money, we do not know how they make this money. And if you don't know, please stick to what you know. Okay, so another problem, of course, there's that need of having a shortcut, or trying any kind of shortcut so that you can make it rich. Shortcut to riches. There's a video we have on this channel that talks about the 2 ways of making money. I want you to watch this video, because we lay out exactly how you can make money the right way without putting yourself in danger. And it's a beautiful video. You just go ahead and watch it after watching this one. And this is what I'm saying. Shortcut to riches is killing so many people. Let me give you this story. So one day, by then we were working in a hospital somewhere, And a Saturday morning, I saw a car just pulling in front of our house. And then I saw some shady characters who came to me and they say, bro, how are you? I'm saying, I'm fine. They say, man, we have a deal for you. Do you want to make some money? I said, of course, I want to make money. Who does not want to make money? They say, please, you need to organize for us a bottle of lignocaine. So 300 mils of lignocaine. Organize for us 300 mils of lignocaine. And then we are going to give you a lot of cash. And I was asking myself, 300 mils of lignocaine? I mean, this is an anesthetic drug. Even distributors do not sell it in the 300 mils. It comes like in 50 mil at most or 20 mil. But he's someone who said, please go find for me 300 mils of lignocaine. And I was like, oh my God. But you see, when that happens, it's quick money. It's shortcut money. So you look at the problems you have, you're like, okay, I think I can make this quick back. I mean, who's going to know? But at the end of the day, that lignocaine probably is going to sedate a victim, and that victim is going to be mugged, and that mugging may result in death. And at the end of the day, the whole thing can be traced back to you. So shortcut money, it will cut you short. The next thing, of course, that is killing young people, that is leading people astray, that is causing this kind of taking chances and risk taking, is when you have wrong company, hanging around wrong people, being around wrong people. The Bible says that bad company corrupts good morals. So if you have wrong company, of course they will be sharing wrong ideas. If you are a wrong person, what makes you wrong is because your mindset is broken. It's because your ideas are wrong. You are always gravitating around. You are always gravitating around something which is negative. So having negative friends, being in the midst of bad company, always pushes you to taking some terrible chances. Always pushes you to taking some terrible risks. So, but these. The things I was talking about, these are on personal level. We have bigger problems than these ones, because we started by talking about frustration, how young people are frustrated. But where does the frustration come from? Of course, frustration comes from lack of opportunities, bad governance. When you have a bad government, when you have bad leadership, it means everything is going to be wrong, because if your leader cannot be able to establish programs that are going to cater for young people, making plans that are going to ensure that young people have a future, young people have a hope, young people can have an accommodation and an assimilation in the production means of the society, of course things will go wrong. So bad governance also is something that contributes to this kind of risk taking and hopelessness that leads to this kind of bad behavior in young people. Anyway, so what lessons can we learn from the situation of Margret? What can we learn really? What we can learn is this: every money that comes easily, every money that comes quickly, you can expect that this money is going to finish very quickly. When you have money that you have obtained through shortcuts or through quick means, you can expect that two things are going to happen. Either this money is going to finish very quickly, or this money is going to finish you very quickly. One of you has to go. If the money does not go, you are the one who will have to go. So the shortcut money will always cut you short. That's what I keep telling people. If you are always doing shortcuts, expect that these shortcuts are going to cut you short. And of course, that's what you are seeing with the people who are being sentenced to death because of trafficking narcotics. Now, I want you to understand as I finish that easy money has no weight. Easy money has no legs to stand on. Please, I want to implore you. I know we have so many problems. I know we need money. I know we have to solve a lot of problems. Some of us are taking care of families. Some of us are taking care of our families and our siblings. Some of us are taking care of our ailing and aging parents. But be that as it may be, I want you not to lose hope. But I want you to use whatever energy you have, because imagine a young lady like Margret. She's only 37 years. So you can imagine for someone to go and get a passport, get a visa. Look at the energy. Look at the enterprise. Look at that smartness. Look at the wits that have gone into the whole thing. If you can take that energy and channel it in the right direction, you can have a very smart person running a very smart business. So, as far as Margret is concerned, is she guilty? Is she not guilty? it is very hard for us to say. But the truth is, the fact is, where she is today, she's been sentenced to death. And I understand the sentence was supposed to be carried out yesterday. Today is 18th of March, so the sentence was supposed to be carried out yesterday. But I've seen reports that it's been suspended, or it's been postponed to June. And my thoughts and prayers are with her and her family, because this is somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's mother, maybe. So it's a very bad thing when a young life is cut short because of things that can be avoided. Thank you so much for watching Winning Mind program today, and I hope you continue supporting us by subscribing to our channel. If you can share this content with a person that you know may get some value from it, please share and like this video as you go. And thank you so much. We will see you again next time in the next video. Bye bye.